With conference tournaments starting to heat up, today I'm going to be talking about the Horizon League tournament, the Northeast tournament, and the OVC tournament. The heavy favorite is probably going to be Robert Morris. I think that this is definitely a team to watch out for in the March Madness tournaments. It's definitely a team that could upset if they end up with a 14 seed, could upset a 3 seed, and they are led by Cam Woods, who averages 14.5 points a game, but they also get scoring out of three other guys in Amari and Dickerson, Alvaro Figueres, and Josh Jaffo. They really only go 8 deep, but you're really only getting contribution out of 6 of those guys. Now they're really good at rebounding, and they play at that kind of really good pace that I like to see, and they force a lot of turnovers, and they get points off of those turnovers. Now they're not incredibly great offensively. They don't take a ton of good shots, and they do turn the ball over a lot. So I think that definitely could be one of those things where it kind of comes back to hurt them. Now, the 4 sleeper teams, in my opinion, are going to be Cleveland State, YSU, Milwaukee, and Purdue Fort Wayne, which are all 4 really, really good teams, and all 5 really teams have a shot at winning this conference. And for Cleveland State, they don't shoot a ton of threes, which is not bad, but not great at the same time. They're very, very good defensively, and they'll go out there and get a ton of offensive rebounds, and then they'll get a lot of points off of those turnovers that they force. Now they're led by Tevin Smith and Taj Stavesky and Dylan Arnett, who all can go out there and get double-digit points a game, but they don't have the ability to go out there and score 80 points a game. Like, they're just not going to go out there and put up a ton of points, and I think that is going to come back to kind of haunt them against some of these teams that are going to be able to do that. Now, another sleeper team, in my opinion, is the 4 seed in Youngstown State. They're going to be able to go out there. They're great interior defense, and they do have one of the nation's leading shot blockers in Gabe Dines, who is absolutely great at blocking shots, and they are great at getting out in transition and scoring. Now, they're not overly great offensively, and they really only have the 4 scorers who are going to really get into double digits, and that's Nico Gillette, Juwan Maxey, Ty Harper, and EJ Farmer. Now, they have been kind of on a losing streak here. They haven't been playing great as of late, and that is because EJ Farmer has been out with an illness, and if he comes back, this is definitely a team to watch out for. They were in the lead of the conference with him back, and so if he gets back, I do believe that this is definitely a team who could win the conference. And then my third sleeper team is going to be Milwaukee. They have 5 guys who are going to be able to go out there and get double digits for you. Now, AJ McKee, very, very good. Control Pullian, Jamichael Stillwell, Themis Fox, all going to be able to go out there and give you buckets. So I think that this is definitely a team who is going to kind of surprise a couple people in the tournament. They don't shoot a ton of threes, but they are a great rebounding team. They get out in transition really, really well, and they play at that good pace. But they're not great at shooting the 3. Compared to how much they don't shoot it, I would like to see them be able to shoot it a little bit better for the amount of threes that they do take. So this is definitely a team to watch out for. And the final team is Purdue Fort Wayne. The Mastodons are very, very good. They have 2 elite scorers in Jalen Jackson and Rashid Bello. I think that both those guys can take over a game and could give teams pretty big fits. But I think that they are great offensively. They shoot really, really well from 3. They're super efficient. They don't really turn it over, and they get a ton of steals, but they're not great inside, and they aren't a great rebounding team. And I think that against a team like Youngstown State, who's great at rebounding, I think that in the first round, I think that Youngstown State definitely could pull off the win against Purdue Fort Wayne, especially being in Youngstown. So the favorite by far is going to be Robert Morris, but I am going to take Youngstown State. Got a rep. I do believe that they have the opportunity to win the conference and make the March Madness tournament. They probably are going to end up with a 15 seed. So I definitely think that this is definitely a team that can win the conference. And then out of the Northeast, I think that really it's only a one-man race. And that is Central Connecticut. They are by far the favorite. They are so much better than the rest of the conference, and they're really great defensively, and they have a really good interior offense, and they get a lot of defensive rebounds, but they aren't super great offensively, and they don't really shoot a lot of threes, and they're not very good at doing that. Now they are led by Jordan Jones and Devin Hade, and then Jaden Brown, who are all going to be able to give you double-digit points. Now, this team, I think, is going to wind up winning the conference, and if they get into the March Madness tournament, they're by far going to be a 16 seed. I think anybody that gets out of this conference is going to be a 16 seed, but I do have them winning the conference tournament. Now, if you wanted to find the sleeper team, it would be LIU. The Sharks aren't bad, but there's just not really anybody else within this conference as good as Central Connecticut. And for the OVC, the Ohio Valley Conference, there's definitely 3 teams that I think have a shot at winning. And by far the favorite is going to be SEMO, Southeast Missouri. They are really, really good offensively. Rob Martin, Teddy Washington Jr., and Brendan Terry are all going to be able to go out there and give you double-digit points and are all really, really good. Now, they aren't the best rebounding team. They could use some more height and get a couple more rebounds, and they're not great interior defensively. And that's going to lack and kind of come back to bite them against a team who's really going to be able to go out there and rebound well. My first sleeper is going to be SIU Edwardsville. They are led by Rayshawn Taylor, who averages 19 points a game, and he can really take over a game. He's going to be able to go out there and give you a ton of points, and he really kind of distributes the ball really well, and he's going to be a presence on the defensive end of the ball. He's going to get those steals that are kind of going to be crucial for this team. And they are definitely a much better rebounding team than what SEMO is, and I think that could come back to hurt SEMO. But I will say they are much better offensively as well. And my second sleeper team is going to be Little Rock, the 4th seed within the Ohio Valley tournament. They don't really have the rebounding to match up with SIU Edwardsville, but they are going to be kind of similar rebounding-wise to what a team like SEMO would be. And I think that second-round matchup, if Little Rock does make it to that point, that SEMO and Little Rock game is going to be very, very good. And I think that either one of those teams could wind up winning the conference championship, but they are led by Jonathan Lawson, who averages 15 points a game, and they really have 5 players who are going to be able to go out and get double digits for you. So I think this is definitely a team that is going to be able to score a lot of points, and definitely could be a team to watch out for as the 4th seed. But overall, I do think that SIU Edwardsville is probably going to be the team that I pick to win this conference, but SEMO is definitely another team to look out for. So that's my outlook for the Horizon, the Northeast, and the Coastal tournaments. I think that YSU has a very good chance of winning the Horizon. Central Connecticut is by far the favorite in the Northeast, and then I do have SIU Edwardsville winning the OVC tournament. Thanks for watching.